fence was never finished. It's got a 1,000-mile hole in it. We put these people on the borders. Well, actually, no, most of them are doing guesswork in the cities. You know, we did this, we did that. They didn't do anything. You know, and the problems are worse. They're like there's thousands of acres of ground in western states you can't go to because they're controlled by Mexican gangs. Good, but they're secure. But he made this half-ass joke. When he gets off of his teleprompter, he'll say stupid things. And every Republican in the country has said, we agree with the president. We will accept a moat full of alligators on the border. He doesn't talk about that border anymore.
Oh, he doesn't?
He no longer talks about the moat with the alligators because they're willing to go along with a moat, you know, with a 10,000-mile moat with alligators stuck in it. So, but you know, so if they agree with him, he immediately changes direction. But he's going around what the American people want. With the American people, we want to be fair to the illegal immigrants. No, they don't. I know Latinos that don't want to be fair. My family came to this country 50 years ago. We waited the process to come here, and now people come and take our jobs from us. I know people that have been in this country for 50 years or more legally that are losing their jobs to the people that are coming. Well, they say, well, the workers are hiring people for less money. No, they're not. They aren't. I mean, they're getting the same wages at McDonald's. Actually, they're getting more at McDonald's now than the people that were let go from McDonald's. So that's the trick.
Oh, that sounds like some other industries.
Yeah. Virtually every industry is not cutting back on how much they're paying people. What it is the people that are laid off are the people that are being laid off because of the economy going backwards are not being replaced with the people that originally held the jobs. They're being replaced with the other people because what they'll do is they'll cut back on health care. They'll cut back on every single thing they know they can cut back on legally because the illegal aliens can't complain about it. But are they cutting back on anything that the government can complain about? God, no. If you're supposed to be making $8 an hour, you're going to be making $8 an hour.
Even if you are illegal.
That's right. But they cut back where they can legally cut back, pure and simple. You know, like, well, we can't afford health care for all these illegal aliens in our country. When Obama said, okay, you can have a waiver for your business.
See, part of it is you do so many waivers.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay for it.
Well, no,
it's not going to work.
There's so many waivers out there now. Every union in the country is getting a waiver.
Yeah, so if everybody's got a waiver, oh, you know who gets to pay for it? The small businesses.
The small businesses, which
all the companies that don't have lobbyists.
The lobbyists, and they don't get.
Right.
But they think, though, the Democratic Party thinks that they can do anything they want to do. But the problem is that the Democratic Party is made up of people that are basically not on the side of the leadership of the Democratic Party. They're not, majority of people are not to the left, they are to the middle. I hear Bill O'Reilly, you know, well, this is a center-right nation. No, it's not. It's a center nation. There's no center left, there's no center right. There is the left, there is the right, and there's everybody else. And everybody else they don't care about. The majority of the people that are here legally are pissed off. I mean, they just canceled the lottery for visas because it was unfair to the people who are already living here that want their family members to come. So they've rearranged the lottery now so it's no longer a lottery if you know that the majority of the visas that are going to be given out for coming into the country are for illegal aliens families. Which is being challenged in court and will basically end up, it means nothing's going to get done because... That's
what happens, nothing gets done until it gets through the court.
And it
so you basically halt everything.
Halts everything. I mean, like, 2 or 3 hours after they passed the DREAM Act in Maryland, it's already, basically it will never take effect because the court challenges will be so immense that it will take the rest of this decade for it to get to the legal system. The same thing as every time a state Congress and governor passes a marriage act for the Gay Rights Union Act, they also pass a thing saying that you can't vote on it. And when they pass the thing saying the public cannot vote on it, they go to court and it gets stopped just like that. Because you have to be allowed to vote in this nation. And if you put a ballot initiative up, but they put an initiative, say, well, you cannot vote for it in this cycle. Well, yeah, if you get a ballot initiative up, you can vote for it in the next election. So basically they violate the laws, knowing that every state that is currently did the Gay Rights Marriage Act has basically lost it in an election. I think it's 38 states out of 38 states. That's 100% failure rate. You know, and what they're doing, like in California, they're basically trying to circumnavigate the people's votes by having the court overrule the vote of a constitutional amendment. You can't throw out a constitutional amendment as being unconstitutional. Because the instant it's in the Constitution, it becomes constitutional. But, you know, California's already talking about passing the DREAM Act. You know, every state where there's a Democratic Congress, they're going to pass the DREAM Act with the assistance of the Obama administration. And every state that passes it is going to piss off everybody. I mean, they said, everybody, this is what, Newt Gingrich was one of the leaders for the Republican nomination on a Wednesday, and on a Sunday, he was no longer even considered to be favored on any list after he said that they're trying to micromanage social engineering on the right of the party. Well, that's the only way to get elected is from the right of the party. Obama has basically pissed off the middle of his party and the independents again.
It's amazing how that happens.
I mean, it took him, you know, and they said it took the President of the United States less than a week of his bump to destroy everything that he got by jumping to the left on, you know, trying to force things down people's throats. So we'll do more on the DREAM as the states. We're just right now. I think if you pack up your family and you move to Maryland, the President of the United States will pay all your bills.
But that's only if you're illegal.
If you're illegal, you know. But don't go to Maryland.
If you're an American citizen.
If you're an American citizen, do not go to Maryland. If you're American business, do not go to Maryland. You know, only it will be.
Even all the credit card. Oh, all the credit card companies.
They're going to have to leave Maryland because because the state's going to have, you know, 1 million. Okay, I don't know how many people in Maryland, but I don't think there's going to be as many. It's just like when the states pushed the Marriage Act for gays in it. All of a sudden, every state that passed its population grew. The people that become there because they do the bit, well, if you get married here, it's legal in another state. Well, no, because I think there's 38 states that pass legislation that says they don't recognize other states' marriages. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. It's also in these constitution things that they no longer recognize. If it's illegal in our state, it's illegal in our state. So there's
oh, interesting.
So, but
that's good.
And here's one too, Mr. President. Those people that you're trying to get to vote for you believe in the defense of the Marriage Act, and they believe in God, and they believe in the Ten Commandments, and they believe in going to churches they're not ashamed of telling people they're going to. And so when you don't like churches, you don't like the Catholic Church, you don't like Jews, you only like the people that want to stifle their religious freedom, you don't count on their vote. So don't count on the vote of those people. He doesn't, it is called, this administration is being referred to as the gang that couldn't shoot straight. I mean, they win a battle and then the next day lose it.
Oh, you mean like how many stories that came out on what happened with Bin Laden?
Yeah, well, basically we got, every day.
Because we had daily stories.
We're still having daily stories now. That because they're basically so incompetent. They've let everybody know who the SEALs were in the operation. They've let everybody know the operation was a screw-up from the very beginning. They let everybody knew that they basically were sent there to kill people, not to arrest anybody. They've let there know that basically by violating the Sunshine Laws, it has nothing to do with national security, they're going to have to let the whole world see the so-called pictures. So they every day they think of something else that they can mess up.
Well, you know what? I think they didn't intend to mess up. They just didn't pay attention to. They're focused.
I know. Just like today, they're fighting tooth and nails about allowing drilling in the Gulf and allowing drilling in Alaska, and basically the president just I think it was Saturday his speech. We're going to have more. We're going to increase our production in Alaska and the Gulf, and today they're going to kill the measure to allow drilling Gulf of Alaska. Yeah.
See, part of it is if you don't follow it on a daily basis, oh, it's always subject to change.
Well, no, but Saturday Night Live is making fun of everything that's going on. Saturday Night Live. I believe that we need to increase production in Alaska. They are going to vote it down in the Senate, aren't they? Yeah. I really believe that we should have more drilling in Alaska. We need to open up the... They're going to vote drilling in the Gulf Hour. I want to open up. And he said, we're going to open up the coast of... He said, Republicans are going to kill it there. Okay. We want more drilling off of the coast of California. No, Mr. President, I said Florida. Oh, we want more drilling off of Florida because those damn Democrats will not allow it in California.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So,
you get the picture.
You get the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're going to have. We're going to have the Barack Obama
we do need
puppet family, but we've got to get because you're not supposed to know that there's a person with the puppets. I know. I'll sit there and hide down here, and I'll do the puppets over the head and do the voices. So don't tell anybody that there is a person behind the Barack Obama puppet theater.
That's why they call them puppets.
I know.
Oh.
It's supposed to be an illusion. We're going to do, as every state, as one Democratic state after another falls in line. I think Maryland got a perk for doing this.
Did they?
I think they don't have to do they don't have to join Obamacare. That's what he's given people.
They probably decided they didn't want Obamacare before anyway.
Yeah, but now.
But part of it is they still collect all the taxes.
Yeah, remember, it's the one thing that people all agree that they will not. The taxes stay. The program is going. The taxes will stay, and then they'll just use the money for social programs. So, but we will do as the Democratic states one after another